Bam, we're live. Text thread's going off this morning, huh?
Jesus. Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I don't know how to phrase it. It's kind of like going to like I imagine like you're watching NASCAR and the car crashes, and you're bummed, but not so bummed that you don't watch it 600 times in slow motion.
Yeah, I agree. Somebody said that they like felt bad about it. I was like, I don't really feel too bad about it. I think it's kind of funny. I mean, it's not like anybody got hurt.
Well, it's yeah, right. Good. I like that. It's not like anyone got hurt. Hey, if you do, I mean, this is, I say this with peace and love. If you do DEI hires, you get DEI results. I remember, I don't know, in the last year, someone over there made a video. Maybe I could even find it. It was something like 13 of the 17 people on the CrossFit Games media team are women, and they did like a whole expose on it. And I knew at that point it was like, yeah, I knew it was Baba Booey. It was, and then I know I've been telling you guys for 2 years there. Wait, poor Adrian. Oh, today, yeah, they're nice, good job. Today, 13 of the 17 CrossFit Games media team members are women, and one of their leaders is CrossFit Games content operations manager Emily O'Hearn, and someone over there also fucked their way to the top of the. From what I hear, fucked their way to the top of the totem pole too. So how's that? And if there's one, you know what they say: where there's smoke,
there's fire.
Yeah, I mean it's just absolutely hilarious. Oi, who's that? Let me see who that is. What's that girl's name?
Lindsay Miller.
I don't know her. So they're celebrating DEI. That chick's cool as shit. I worked with her. I worked like very close with her. That's Lillian Fuentes. None of those other people I worked with. Let me see. Oh, I worked with that other dude too.
Really tall guy.
Yeah, what the fuck's his name? Oh, it's too early. Yeah, I would consider him a friend even.
Michael.
Yeah, oh yeah, Michael Dalton. Sorry, Mr. Dalton. Yeah, I enjoyed working with him a lot. I went to China with him. He's a cool dude. Crazy team player. But boy, I wonder how he tolerates all that.
I don't think I've ever seen him talk.
Lydia, I'm the only chick at my job, and I hate when people are like, "Oh, you're a woman in this field." Wow, I prefer them to treat me like everyone else, and be like, "Wow, you're so good at your job." Maybe I like that. Yeah.
My wife's the same way. She's a firefighter, obviously, and so whenever we hang out with people who are not like in our career fields, like working in a hospital, working in the fire department, you're like, oh my gosh, you're a firefighter and you're a female firefighter. What is that like? Oh my gosh. She's like, I'm a fucking firefighter. Like I do the job just like everybody else.
On some level, there is like this component, like, oh shit, you're like this chick right here, like she has long hair, Lydia, and if you were like, hey, you have long hair and you work around all that heavy machinery, you know, like I can, hey, what's it like being surrounded by penises all day? I mean, I think that there's some, I don't know, merit to the question, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I remember one time Greg told me that the reason why he never talks about his limp ever is because, you know, you grow up with people saying, oh, that kid's really good for a kid with a limp or a kid with polio, and he hated that shit, right? Like, fuck you.
It's a handicap.
Yeah.
They place a handicap on them.
Yeah, and he hated that shit, he told me, and I was like, wow. No one's ever said, it's funny, there's levels to this shit, right? Because I can't remember anyone ever saying, God, Sevan's really good at that. But they really they got basically Adrian Bosman there, and then I'm trying to think, and then they got I mean literally that girl Emily O'Hearn is a fucking intern when I think when I got fired even. And she was dating the dude. She had a husband, and I think what I heard is she had a husband, and she was dating a dude on our team. And then somehow her and that dude are now at the top of the food chain. Both, I mean, I wonder who's head of the marketing department today, and if I think, no, it's a girl, not Mike O'Hearn, Emily O'Hearn. I wonder if, I wonder what happens. That the lady in charge, is her name Allison? I don't know who's in charge there anymore, but I wonder, she must have sent out the nastiest email. I wonder if anyone's going to get fired. Their Instagram was a complete disaster. They're getting destroyed on Twitter too.
Really?
And poor Adrian. Yeah. Adrian's like a fucking, God, he's so effective, and he's such a high-powered tool surrounded by people who have like little hands that can't operate the machinery. I mean, it's weird. I wonder how he's doing this morning. I may even call him after the show. Hey, Adrian, I'm sorry everything got fucked up. It was great for my podcast. And I'm sorry you got stuck with douche nozzles. I want to start using that word more. Douche nozzles. That's the nozzle on the end of a douche, I think.
Yeah.
Douche nozzle. No, I don't think it's Boz's fault either. Can you pull up the CrossFit Games post? You know, I'll tell you one more thing that I think is going on here. So Bill and Katie take tremendous pride in everything that they do. And I think that they had someone. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Halpin. I think that they had someone at the event last night. For those of you who don't know, those of you who aren't CrossFitters, last night was the beginning. CrossFit has this thing called the CrossFit Games, and they choose the fittest person in the world. And yesterday they had these two insanely fit women, got superstars in our little community, Laura Horvat and Gabby McGowan. I mean, Laura's like I would say she's already like Hall of Fame legend material, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And she went out to Spain to do this, and it's supposed to be a big launch, and our community rallies behind it. It's supposed to be fun. And there was just like a dozen errors that we went over yesterday, but one of the major errors is they put the wrong weights on the barbells. So these ladies, imagine like an NFL football game, and they played a whole game with the wrong size football, and they had to run the Super Bowl back. It's a little bit exaggeration, but it's close. There's something in there. There's some spirit of what I'm saying that's true.
The yard markers were marked out improperly. It was like 2 feet instead of 3 feet.
Yeah. Because there isn't one boss there anymore. That's the thing, Adam. So it used to be, if this was Dave, this would be Dave's fault. But it's not like that anymore. The whole thing's like fractured. And Boz is surrounded by DEI hires. He's surrounded by Woketopia. You have to understand that. Like people like are on his team, and just think of how they got rid. Dude, they got rid of so many great people. The guy they just recently fired, the head of publishing, did all the programming and publishing for CrossFit for fucking as long as I was there almost. Adrian would have even run the workouts by this guy. This guy would have probably sent a note, hey, make sure you check kilos to pounds. I mean, this thing, it's nuts. It is nuts. But they wrote, I want you to see this comment, what they wrote here. It says, it's a picture of Laura Horvat, which is pretty funny. The women's barbells were misloaded during the live announcement of open test 23.1, which resulted in them lifting a weight that was lighter than prescribed. The barbells weighed 38 kilograms instead of the prescribed 43 kilograms. I'm going to get back to this rogue thing in Bill and Katie here. Here we go. Despite an incredible effort in front of a global audience, I'm not sure if they're talking about their team or the, by the way, that girl should be wearing a CEO shirt.
Definitely.
What?
Definitely.
Yeah. Despite an incredible effort in front of a global audience, unfortunately, due to CrossFit's mistake, Gabby and Laura, a mistake. Who's Kami Granzin? Anyway, Laura and Gabby.
Girl.
Oh, she did it too?
Yeah, well, she was like in the initial, like the normal people workout.
Oh, is she really normal, or does she have AIDS or blind or some shit?
No, she's normal.
Sevan, people with AIDS and who are blind are normal. Okay, fine. Sorry.
I guess I don't know if she has AIDS, but she presents as normal.
You're such a real journalist. Then here we go. Then for a second time, it was solely CrossFit's responsibility. Well, that's a weird line, to load the barbell to the correct weight, and we apologize for the error. By the way, if you see this post on Twitter, CrossFit gets destroyed on Twitter. But the thing is this, Bill and Katie don't want any of this falling on them. And I think they have someone there that's called like a equipment manager.
Yeah.
And I guarantee, I can't guarantee, I would be willing to bet that they were so angry because they don't even want to be affiliated with shit shows. And I bet you that was for them. I bet you they doubled down on taking responsibility, and I bet you they even ran this post by Bill and Katie.
I think it was pretty similar when the semifinals had the issues last year.
Like with the rope that Scott got hurt on.
Yeah, and then
I think they were pissed at that too.
The other part too. Yeah, I remember seeing that rep just like fuming.
Dudley Walden. Don Fall needs to hop on the YouTube channel, take full responsibility, and say it won't happen again, or just fire those people. Or demote those people. Those people are horrible at their job.
I didn't think Don Fall had anything to do with the games, though.
I don't think he's a gamesista. That was a term that we used internally. He's not a gamesista. Gamesista were people who just thought CrossFit were the games and they worked with us. We'd call them gamesistas.
I feel bad for this lady. She had like basically nothing to do with it, and she even did the workout scale, I think, and they just like lumped her in with this whole mistake.
Click on her thing. Let's see. She has nice skin, nice nose, nice nostrils. She got a nice butt. Oh yeah, she's normal as all get out. Oh, don't feel sorry for her. She's stoked. Let me see how many followers she has. Yeah, she's good. She's good. Fuck it, let them slide. There's no way they don't make quarterfinals anyway. No need to mess up their training cycle. You know what I was thinking? Like the other option would be to change the weights. I remember at the CrossFit Games one year, Dave. I don't remember what we were out on the soccer. No, not the soccer field or not the indoor stadium. It was in Carson. It was whatever that other field is. And there was a rep scheme, Caleb. It was like 50 bar muscle ups and 75 thrusters. And then he announced it. He said 75 bar muscle ups, 50 thrusters. He announced it backwards. And we ran it. We went with it.
Okay.
And the whole event went backwards.
Oh, that's weird. Huh. I suppose you could do that. Does anybody else know that it's wrong? You're just like, fuck it, it's cool.
I mean, the thing is, Adrian was yelling at Dave, as I recall. Now that I think about it, it was either Adrian or Chuck was yelling at Dave, and I was right there. It's wrong. It's wrong. And Dave was like, "Shut the fuck up." You know what I mean? Like.
I can see.
Don't talk to me now. Don't talk to me now.
It's like, I know it's wrong.
And it just went. And I got it. I think it might even be in one of the behind the scenes. It was so funny.
That'd be fucking hilarious to watch.
I'm starting to fall in love with Mike Halpin.
Yeah?
Yeah. If they take a last place, they don't qualify. It's only 3 events, and it would impact their worldwide ranking. There's a lot counting on the test being done correctly. So I guess those are those their only 3 options? Give them a pass, have them do it again, change the workout. I'm so for voting for changing the workout.
But then the ladies' weight would be lighter and the men's weight would stay the same.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it would be like if I mean, now it's too late. They would have had to do that on the fly. But it's like if like a team kicked a field goal and then you realize the posts were too low, but it was the first field goal of the game. So then you just fucking lowered the field goal on the other side.
Everybody gets lower field goals.
Yeah, we're good. Roll with it. Yeah, so the open does matter now. You're right. Oh my goodness. I think that they're at 270,000 registrants. This Dan Bailey had to redo the workout when they miscounted his. Yeah, I remember that. That was in someone's garage at their house, and it was cold. That's an error, but for some reason, maybe someone can articulate it better than me. That feels more like stupid human error and not just fucking negligence. I mean, this is just hardcore negligence. It's the same thing with all these like they posted that the scaled weight of the wall ball was 24 pounds. They put up Gabby Magawa's wrong placement finishing. I mean, their media is just completely falling apart. Isn't the women's weight too light to start with, according to Brian, because of the evolution of the women's? I don't know. I guess that's what they say. It's not too late for me. I'm just getting older and weaker.
I think that's a JR question.
Just redo the workout. It's only 15 minutes. I mean, 14 minutes. Yeah, right, right. When you post the wrong thing and then correct it around things like the time domain for the AMRAP or the weights, it just fucks everything up. Like, it would be so much better if you did your instead of you are, or like grammatical mistakes. Like those little tiny things are the things that matter the most are the things that they're fucking up on. But don't worry, 13 of their 17 people on their media team are female. I'm sure it was the 4 males who fucked it up. I'm sure. Well, CrossFit is searching for 23.1 volunteer responsible for loading the women's barbell. Oh, that's awesome.
A man named Dante Castro.
I wonder. CrossFit currently looking for this man who went by the name Dante Castro. Other volunteers say he insisted they call him the Dante Castro. If any of you recognize this man, please tag him. Oh, shit. You should tag him for sure. Paper Street Coffee. Hot take, BKG is a jinx. He was at both announcements that were fucked up. Fair.
Or he's just been around the sport for so long.
Yeah. Man. Think about all the people that were involved in setting that up. I'm surprised Chase and who was the other commentator? Was it Sean?
Yeah.
I'm so surprised one of them didn't spot it.
Well, I
imagine the first person who spotted it. Like they were probably excited, but also had this crazy pit in their stomach. Oh, I started feeling a pit in my stomach. I'm an empath. Ooh, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually I don't know. At like the semifinals and stuff, they have a whole team of volunteers that just take care of that for them. And then they have like one guy like headed up all those volunteers saying, hey, these are the barbells. This is what needs to be set up. But I mean, they're also doing it on a much larger scale. So I wonder if they I don't know how they do it for open announcements. Do they have a group of volunteers that do it? Or do they just have people that are part of like game staff, like they're paid people?
It would be fun to find out how it happened. Just to hear the whole story. It's cool. Maybe they'll make a video on it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's only 4 barbells.
Hey, wouldn't someone in the crowd yell wrong weights? Dude, no one outside the bathroom yells, that's a dude with a penis in the girl's bathroom. Like, no one's even willing to do that, dude. How do you expect... excuse me, there's an 8-year-old girl in there and a man with a penis. Can someone do something? No one even does that. You think anyone's going to be like, those weights are wrong? Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Such fucking pussies.
Everybody in the crowd probably works out in kilos. They're in Spain.
Not to mention they were both wrong. Yeah, that's interesting. Both bars were wrong. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Hey, dude, right. You're not going to like this, Mr. Goss. Oh, there's Dante. You're not going to like this, Dante. I think they were 12 pounds off. I think they were supposed to be 95 pounds and they were
83 or something.
Yeah, I think Caleb got it. Oh, good times. Just love it. I'm gonna be honest. I am enjoying it. 100%. I was. This is horrible to say, but I was very happy with me personally. I'm very happy with how the event turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Hey, Lucas. There's a guy, Lucas, who works there. He was the guy who kept all the journal for Dave with all the workouts in it. I seriously doubt that was his fault too. Hey, I wonder if I don't ever even remember there being someone who's like, it's your job to. I wonder if in the future they're going to weigh the weights, if they'll have a scale out there. Like, hey, we don't give a fuck if you what we loaded. We're weighing these with a scale.
Yeah, I wonder how nuclear you get. Like, how specific do you start doing things now? Like, you can't really trust anybody to do anything at this point.
Scott Schweitzer, like Rogue sent you the wrong weights. They painted the wrong number on there.
Yeah, the wrong end cap on the barbell.
Yeah, you have been very giddy. Yeah, I'm absolutely. I'm Lucas. Oh, I thought you were Barry Mike Cockiner. I can't even say his name right anymore.
You see, somebody else said that they didn't realize that until yesterday or today.
Good. Oh, was it someone in our text thread?
Yeah.
Here we go. Had to weigh the plates before the Rogue Invitational qualifier. Well, that's
because Rogue was running the event.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Bill and Katie are crazy. Focused on making sure the right shit, they get the turnout that they want. I wonder how many DEI hires. I wonder if they do that. If Rogue did DEI hires. Can you do DEI hires in Ohio?
I don't know. You have to ask.
But for those of you who don't know what DEI hires are, DEI hires when you hire someone based on their color of their skin or their sexual orientation. I think those are the two like biggest things. Meaning, like they would hire. Like if I loved having cock in my mouth and I also had a penis, I could get like hired for a job over someone who just has a penis and likes vagina. Or if they had like too many white guys, they would hire like a black girl or something like that. That's what. And there's so much of that going on. I mean, it's openly. I know of people openly who've told me stories of they've been told that specifically at CrossFit Inc. And when Greg sold the company, I was in charge of the media department, and they never fucking acknowledged me as charge of the media department, and they put a black dude and a woman in charge. It went straight to them. People completely incompetent compared to me. I'm not even saying it. I'm a little short Armenian man, old. I should have gotten like some old should count for something.
Geriatric position.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, look at our president.
Somebody asked him a question if China is
maybe that is affirmative. Affirmative action is when it's like specifically racist. Like when you do it specifically on skin color. Man, I don't know her, but Elizabeth Akinwale just made a post about how saying she's the most decorated black female, or maybe just the most decorated black-skinned CrossFit athlete. And you know what? Like I could give two fucks. You know what I would be interested in though is what her ethnicity is. I'd be way more interested in what someone's ethnicity is than the color of their skin. Way more. Like what is she? What's her ethnicity? She sure as fuck doesn't look Ethiopian. Maybe what is she like? Kenyan and Ugandan? Like what is she? Like that's what I'd be way more interested in that.
I don't know what she is. But
if you go to Africa, the people don't look anything alike there. It's not like it's just like all black people and they all look the same. It's nothing like that. The Ethiopians look nothing like the fucking Kenyans. Nothing. It's like would be like comparing like Caleb to Annie Thor's daughter.
I wish I could be compared to Annie Thor's daughter.
She was pretty. She's pretty incredible though, Akinwale, or
No doubt.
But I'd be way more curious. Like you know what's interesting that she says that she's announcing herself as the most successful black athlete is. There was that famous guy recently, the actor from the UK who was in The Wire, just announced, "Hey, stop calling me a black actor. I just want to be an actor." Like I get what she's doing, but it's travel. It's easy. It's just the easy path. It's like microwaving food. It's gonna backfire on you. Rogue hires all on site, only in Columbus. They don't cast a wide net and want everyone in the building. See why I like Halpin so much?
Because he knows everything.
Yeah, he's just Caleb, comma, Annie looks better. Oh, then yeah, her jeans are better than Caleb's jeans.
All right, I'll allow it.
Her gene pool looks small though. I'm gonna tell you that. The narrow. It's a narrow bandwidth. If there was like some sort of like virus going around, I'd pick fucking Caleb's genes. It seems like there'd be a greater variable of him fighting off some shit. Oh, that's cute. Blackter. Yeah, you're a Blackter.
Black actor.
Yeah. I know because I tried to apply from Cincinnati. About time. We'll change the subject now that we got $10. Corey Leonard. To fully get into the spirit of 23.1, I'm loading my barbell with 123 pounds and using a 17-pound wall ball tonight, inclusive. Well, there is that. I do. Honestly, it seems, no joke, it does seem right up their alley of like, hey, I really don't want to be so narrow-minded because, math and numbers are actually racist. You can find school board members saying that on the Pacific, on the West Coast of the United States.
Math is hard for women, apparently.
Hey, if you're good, I would love it. I so want a man to enter the women's division. He's so good for my show.
Do you think somebody already has and they just haven't said anything about it?
Yes. I know in the teams for sure they have.
Really?
There's for sure been a dude who's competed at the CrossFit Games as a woman on the teams. Rogue may not pick their employees by skin color, but there's a reason they just put blacksmith on their giant billboard. Well, he has a great body.
So you can see his missing finger better?
Because the background they wanted to use was white. And they knew that you would never see Vellner if you put him on a white backdrop. Then you'd be Barry or Cockney. Barry or can't do that one. Sounds like Caleb is broadcasting from the space station. He is.
I feel like it.
Wow.
That's kind of dope.
Wow. Dude, they didn't. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they didn't choose him because he's black. He won that event. That's that special bar.
Is it the Austrian Oak or whatever?
My God, that's an incredible photo.
That's fucking cool as shit.
Where? That's on the side of a building in Columbus?
Yeah, it's like right out. I think it's like as you enter Columbus. It's just like this massive, probably.
That's not a Rogue building? That's on some other building?
Yeah. It's like attached to this building, but they have two sides of it. One side is this billboard that Rogue just like has monopolized, and then the other side is something else. I don't think that Rogue has that side.
Exercises white supremacy in action.
This is like the main side of the building, though, so everybody sees it.
Oh, look at this. Okay, Caleb, I'm going to show you how smart I am.
Please get this right.
This is a man with an ethnic name for sure. Hugh Jazzol. And he says CrossFit is a happiness platform, Sevan. I understand. And he obviously misses Eric Rosa. Wow. Good morning, Jessica. Ronnie Eaton. I hate that such merit-based sport is heading the direction of equity. No. Here's the truth, I think, Ronnie, though. Here's Ronnie Eaton. Is that one?
No, I
could
don't
be.
think so.
It could be. Equity produces equal outcome, which is the exact opposite of what competition. So, it's so stupid to be focused on outcome like that. But here's the thing. I think that it's actually going the other way. To be fair, I'm gonna run out of shit to talk about because Don's gonna unfuck all that shit. They got to start by getting rid of that chick in their CFO chick, and then all those people in the media department. They got to whack those idiots. They'd be better off just not just. Someone text me. I'll tell you who to keep, and bring Leif Edmondson back. Don't be stupid. You need hard people. You have a small team. You want like really fucking hard people. Everyone who flew out, who works for CrossFit Inc., who flew out to Spain for this, should have to whatever their cost was, CrossFit Inc.'s cost was for sending them out there, should be deducted from their paycheck. You didn't do the bare minimum. What would you call the importance of lifting the correct weights? The foundation, the cornerstone.
That's the workout.
It's like breathing for humans. It's like the most essential part. Excuse me. Give 5 people $100 each to put in the stock market. They will each have a different outcome. That's equity. Hey, there's this dog. Have you seen this porn sniffing dog?
No.
Okay, let's start going through some of these. You guys are gonna like today's show. I think it's fun. Do I sound different today? Do I sound funny this morning?
Maybe just a little scratchy.
Yeah, something. I woke up in the middle of the night and something was not. Something was in my throat. His name was Todd. Okay. 457. I was thinking this. What can you comment on in the workplace? I don't know, because I can't remember ever having a real job. But like, can you say, like at CrossFit, like I could totally just be like, walk up to Heber and be like, "Fuck, dude, you have the nicest hamstrings." You know what I mean? Or dang, dude, but Dave, you have no calves. Or holy shit, everyone, look at my lats. God, my lats are amazing.
Yeah. Do that pretty regularly.
Tank top Todd, I woke up in Sevan's throat. Oh, disgusting. Okay, let's. I'm so curious what you can say. I was on this guy's podcast, Chris Willix, and I like him a lot, but I didn't enjoy being on his podcast because he would ask questions like, "What are the 5 biggest tips for parenting?" Like, he wanted just like bullet points and lists and shit, and I wasn't capable, so I blame him for that. I didn't do a good job on this podcast. Okay, action.
Man bald counts as sexual harassment, UK judge rules. Argued that the use of the word bald as an insult related to a protected characteristic. 3 members of the tribunal who decided on the ruling and alluded to their own experience of hair loss said that baldness was more prevalent in men than women. The tribunal compared calling a man bald to commenting on the size of a woman's breasts. The ruling published Wednesday was made on a case where the insult was alleged to have been used against Tony Finn, who was fired last year, and the circumstances around his dismissal were also part of the case. Finn claimed that he was called a bald. The tribunal determined that using this insult was a violation against the claimant's dignity. It's an intimidating environment. It was done for that purpose, and it related to the claimants. Ladies and gentlemen, do not call a man bald.
It would be so weird to be like. Well, could you tell someone that their zipper's down? You think that's legit?
Oh yeah. So this happened like last week. Maybe it was a little bit ago. A guy sat down like next to me, and his buddy was sitting across from him.
This is at work. This is in the Air Force.
Yeah. We were at work. So we're like basically like
pull this down so I can see your. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I see your face. Go ahead.
So we had it was like a set of couches like set up like this, kind of like a U shape, and dude was sitting on one side of the U and another was on the other side of the U, and then I was like kind of like in between the two of them. And I like looked down and I'm like, and I don't know this guy, but I looked down and I saw his zipper was down, and so I was like, I just kind of like waited because it was like early in the morning, and I was like, I don't want to like be weird about this, so I just kind of let him sit, and then almost instantaneously, as soon as he sat down, his buddy across the way was like, "Hey, dude, your zipper's down," and he's like, "Why are you looking at my dick, bro?"
Oh, instead of a thank you.
Yes, I'm like, you've been walking around for at least 3 or 4 hours with your zipper down, buddy.
I can't stand that shit.
You're lucky somebody even said something. You're gonna walk around looking like an idiot all day.
When I did the CrossFit podcast, Matt Bishel sat across from me in the chair. And there were these pants that I would wear, these corduroy pants that were like $800 fucking pants, and they were so nice, and they were kind of stretchy, and they were a little too small on me. And finally, he had to be like, "Hey, dude, don't wear those pants." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because I just keep staring at your moose knuckle the whole time. Because like my cock and balls would be like off on one side of the pants." And like I was glad he told me. I'm like, they were my favorite pants. I loved them so much. I felt like such a pimp in them. I was just because they were expensive. I felt like a shallow. I was so shallow. I am shallow, but yeah, I didn't wear them anymore. I haven't worn them since Bishop told me that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, but you couldn't say to a girl at work, like if she was showing a little cleavage and you worked at like CVS, like a pharmacy, you couldn't be like, she's a cashier. You couldn't be like, "Oh, I love it when you show cleavage."
Yeah, I don't think you could say that.
Or like, what if you saw a tattoo on her chest? You couldn't be like just like here and it vanished under her shirt. You couldn't be like, "Hey, does that get close to your nipples?"
No, if I were gonna address that, I would probably find a different way to do it.
You should be slapped for wearing $800 pants. I want to say they were actually like $1,200. There's this crazy fancy store in San Francisco. If I could remember the fucking name of it. It's a department store that's like 6 stories. They have an open bar in there. And when I mean open bar, it's a legit bar, and then you can go back there and make your own drinks. And it's a really narrow department store, even though it's like 6 or 8 stories. So maybe someone will know the name. It's really narrow. The floors are small. Not like No, not like that. Like I'm telling you, this place is so fucking expensive. Best compliment I ever got was, "Damn, that shirt looks painted on." Yeah, I don't think I don't think I could handle that. You should be slapped twice for $1,200 pants. I know.
You can go to Vindicate and get some rest day pants, rest day joggers.
I mean, you see what Nicky Rod's doing. You can see Nicky Rodriguez. You can see his penis flopping around in a lot of his videos.
Yeah, I don't think that dude wears sliders.
What are sliders? Like the
compression shorts? Sorry.
Oh. Yeah. If I mean, do you think it's if a guy can see the shape of your boobs, he's looked at them? Like if you're a woman, every day, every man you've seen has tried to see the shape of your boobs, even if he doesn't know he has.
Yeah.
And if there's something trippy about them, he'll like you're not wearing a bra and they're moving differently than the other boobs, or they're abnormally large, or they could see side boob or bottom boob, or something that just comes out of the natural characteristic of just generally how you just see just a normal woman every day. He'll pause. Like he'll just pause. I'm not with no. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Like if you saw praying mantis in your yard, like I don't see that a lot, so I'd stop and pause. Dudes are that's it. They just notice stuff like that. Never be weirded out by compliments. Anyway, it's weird. It's weird what you can get away with and what you probably can't. What you can and can't say. God, you have a beautiful neck, Caleb.
Thanks. Yeah, I think it depends on the relationship you have with some of the people you work with too. Like,
well, that's the problem. Some people think that they have a relationship that they can say that. I think that's the problem with dudes, right?
Yeah.
Like they think they can say that, and then women, and then the problem with women is that they're taught to like be offended by that. Oh my God, I can't believe how black your skin is. Imagine if you said that to someone, but you meant it as a compliment.
Yeah.
You'd be toast.
Probably get an EO complaint.
Oh my God, I fucking have never slept with a black woman. Can we fuck? And then you're toast.
Definitely toast.
Toast. And that's not true, by the way. I've always believed in equity with who I sleep with. Yeah, I saw Haley's post. I want to reach out to her. I'm kind of like, so like, I'm sad and proud of her at the same time. Like, I'm like, hey, dude, it's a girl. It's crazy, right? Here's the girl who wears the baggy clothes, and she constantly does Metcons, and she probably wasn't eating enough to get strong, and now she's taking a year off because she's saying she has an eating disorder. Like, fuck, go get it, girl. I'm trying to figure out who doesn't have an eating disorder. I definitely have an eating disorder. I cannot. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't make myself vomit and shit, but like, I can't be left alone in a hotel room with like a bag of caramels and a fucking can of fucking Pringles. I cannot.
You can't leave me alone with a can of Pringles, period. I will eat all of them in one sitting.
And then I will hate myself for it too. Like maybe maybe I'll go in the garage and ride the bike for an hour. That's got to be some sort of like pathology. Sevan, it would probably mean a ton if you reach out to Haley. I know I need to text her. I don't know what to say, because the truth is I want to talk to her on the podcast, but I also want her, like, I feel like this, like I want to give her a hug and an atta girl and go get it.
Yeah, I think she just needs to be a kid for a while. Go to college, hang out, do whatever.
It is crazy too, because she's crazy attractive, right? So she's probably it's like, and she's in the limelight. Yeah. She doesn't look like a normal human being. I mean, she looks like angelic.
And I think she's kind of been dealing with that for a really long time too. Before she moved to Mayhem, I think a lot of people were bullying her as a kid because she was different.
Because she looks like a hot alien.
Yeah, just super.
She does. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it's because of that. But her face, she does. She almost looks. She looks out of this world. She looks angelic.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing Caleb does with a Pringle can. Oh my God.
Somebody was telling me a story about how their roommate took Pringles cans and sponges and then put the sponges in the Pringle can and used it as a like a pocket pussy.
It's someone in when you were deployed?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, I've never considered that.
Wow, it seems a little overkill. I don't want.
Well, because
seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of can.
Yeah, I know. It's like, buddy, it's probably why you can't get anybody.
Sevan, hey, did you see the Canadian JTF2 sniper that was fired for not getting the jab? He was on Sean Ryan's show, and Canadian government sent a takedown order for the video. He's coming. I think he's coming on my show. I was texting with him yesterday. If it's who I think it is. His name's Dallas. I think Sousa scheduled him. I'm so stoked. Okay. Okay, so just be careful on, like, what you say to bald guys, I guess is. You know what I was thinking recently, and I'm not. Political parties are kind of dumb. They're like gender, right? That's just made up shit that kind of, but you might have your values or your thoughts all clumped up, in one or the other. But I was thinking, how could you identify with being a Democrat anymore? All the crazy shit is Democrat shit. Like start going through when we go through these posts today, just be like, do you think I was telling my wife, I'm like, not a single Republican would tolerate this. And she's like, well, you don't know that. But it's like in 1860, every slave in the United States was owned by a Democrat. Not one Republican owned a slave. It wasn't in their values. It's not what they did. Do you think that there's any Republican anywhere that thinks it's okay for men to masturbate in a woman's bathroom?
Or on the bunk underneath you?
I don't know what I am, but I'm way rather have Caleb be jerking off underneath me in a bunk than me jerking off in a bathroom with girls. It's what happens if you're 8-year-old? Well, we'll get to it. Let's get. But there's some crazy shit. Okay, 456. I wonder where the political parties stand on this. So this is a teacher who doesn't want. Well, you listen what she says. Here we go.
My name is Jess, and I have a story that I think every parent needs to hear. I'm a teacher in Southern California, and I was just fired for vocalizing to my district that I would not let male genitals into the female locker room. How is that safe? Where do we draw the line? Most of all, where are the fired up mothers and fathers who don't want this corruption coming upon their children?
Okay, pause. So Bill says both parties are crazy. Fine. I don't want to argue or not argue that. But do you think that there's any Republicans who are okay with that? Because I know tons of Democrats are. Our president's okay with that. And I for the life of me, I cannot fucking get my head wrapped around it. I would, if someone wants to explain it to me, I'd be so stoked. for someone to come on here, some tranny to come on here and just unfuck me. So I could be like, oh, I get it. So, oh my God, all my friends and family aren't fucking idiots and retarded. I would love that. But yeah, she probably still does vote for Dems. I know. You're probably fucking right. That's the part I don't understand. Like, I don't care how much shit you hate about the Republicans. How is that just right there not a deal breaker for you? I just don't get it. Okay, let's go on. Maybe someone in the comments is going to unfuck me and explain this to me. Okay, 450 fine. By the way, I finally found a man in Canada. This is kind of this is at 4535 on February 17, 2023 on the Sevan Podcast. I found a real man in Canada. This is crazy. Here we go.
I went beyond the classroom and I took it to the office and I said, okay, this is an issue. There's female students that are uncomfortable. Something needs to be. I was ignored. A female student made the same complaint I did, and they ignored her as well. So at that point, I decided to organize a protest outside my school. And 2 days before the protest, they suspended me indefinitely. And then they permanently banned me from 2 of my classes. And when I attended those classes, they suspended me again and then excluded me twice. And at the end of the semester, on the first day of the new semester, I decided to return to school and try to recover my credits and actually get an education. And yeah, they arrested me. I had teachers telling me and the entire classroom that male breastfeeding is okay and it's normal and it's natural. And actually, one of the allegations that's being held against me until this day is that I said male breastfeeding is pedophilia. I went beyond the classroom.
Hey, there's got to be that. Boy, that's an interesting thought. Male breastfeeding is pedophilia. Boy, if I saw some dude, if my wife was like, "Hey, can you hold my baby?" and I saw some guy like trying to, that one's weird. I mean, I've held my kid naked before, sitting there, and he tried to fucking lip up on my tit. And I started laughing. But if Caleb would have done it, I would have fucking put it. Sorry, I will use someone else besides you, Caleb. Fucking John Doe would have done it. He'd have fucking got hit with a bat. And I got big old titties.
Oh, that's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, that's a man, a Canadian man fucking stood up. He's only that kid's probably 15 years old and he fucking is like, fuck that. I'm not letting dudes in the women's bathroom at my fucking high school.
You know how many?
There's one man in Canada.
That man's DMs are full right now. I guarantee it, because he stood up for a bunch of women.
Oh, it's crazy that there's one man in Canada. I thought there were none. It's nuts. I hate it when I'm wrong. So just so you know, let's go there again here really quick. Do you think that like the parties, the Democrats, like they're the ones arguing because they believe that trannies really are the opposite sex. They think if you just say it, you switch. They don't believe in science or biology. I mean, that's where we're stuck, right? Caller, hi.
Just wanted to flag the first detail you noticed about that kid was that he was Catholic. And all of this will come crashing down at some point. And there will be a system oriented to truth that replaces it. And it will be what is actually true in Jesus Christ and his church on earth, or it will be a continued manifestation of this ideology that's infecting our individual souls and our collective common good. And
why can't it just be biology? Why do you got to bring Jesus into it? Why can't it just be like, well, it's biology?
In the beginning was the Word.
Do you think I could still
God.
have a place? Let's say I'm not a Jesus follower. Could I just like sweep shit up on the front porch of the church until I am saved?
Well, I mean, I would invite you inside, of course.
Thank you. Right.
It's not a forced conversion, but it's just a question of by what system of beliefs do you want? How do you want our world to be organized? And there is
sanity,
a binary choice.
Sanity, yeah, with sanity.
Well, right, and what is sanity based on? And we've talked about this before.
Yeah, some basic components of reality. That's grass. We're gonna agree that's the word that signifies grass. That's a dude because it has a penis. A dude signifies a penis. And chromosomes, like stuff you see under the microscope. Just some simple. And if you want to dress up
Can-
like a girl, you can, but you're still a guy.
Yep. Canada's scary. There's another story of a veteran, 73 years old, PTSD with a catheter, and he asked for health services to help clean his catheter, and they offered him euthanasia instead.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
And so
we're just going to test this one out a little bit. We'll run one test over here.
Yeah. Well,
hey, did you see
thanks so much
Trudeau?
for what you guys did.
The rumors are that the Epstein list is coming out and Trudeau's on there.
Well, I mean, that's also a reason why weird things seem to be accelerating. Trains spilling chemicals throughout the Ohio River Valley. You know, escalation in the Ukraine, North Korea, even getting antsy. I think they'll do a lot to hide that list.
Well, thank you. Do you have anything positive to say?
Take care, guys.
Do you have anything good? Anything good going to happen? I like the part with like the church taking over. That's kind of cool.
Well, that's that this kid, right, that you pointed out.
Yeah,
he's the source of hope.
Okay,
is that in the end, Christ established His church, and it will prevail.
Thank you.
We don't know what happens in the end, but victory is assured.
Let's let's get a circumcision too. Thank you.
All right, see you guys.
Okay, bye. Sevan, I went to a clothing optional hot spring in Colorado last week. Naked men and women. People brought their children. What do you think about that? That's tough. I don't know. That's tough. I don't have a problem. I have no shame around my kids. Like I'm showering and they're fucking in my bedroom on my bed playing with fucking action figures, right? And I come out and I'm talking to them and I get dressed in front of them and they're making fun of me and asking me if they're going to be hairy like that. They said, "There's no way that could be a penis. Why do you have 3 arms?" Shit like that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I really like it better when they fucking judge my wife's body. That shit's fucking awesome. I'll let her start a podcast and tell you about how that goes. I don't know how to answer that. I think that's up to the individual. I think I don't know how to answer that. I don't want to put. Can we confirm Sevan understands Hugh Jazzol's name? Yeah, it's just a listener for the show. $1.99. What do you mean understand it? How about this name? Is this a fucked up name?
I don't think so.
Christopher Gorney. Is that like I am horny? Like when I read it or something?
I don't think so. I think it's just Christopher Gorney. Maybe Christopher's horny. I bet you he's gotten it a lot.
Sevan, don't hang up. You have a crazy caller. Really? That guy was crazy? That guy's just really passionate. That guy was intense.
He came out guns blazing.
Magnus Holmgren. Is it some anus joke? My anus hold? I don't know. No. You're fucking some dude who lives in Mexico who's like Norwegian or some shit. You come from a weird country and you've gone to another weird country. I know that. I know. I'm jacked up. I have PTSD. Okay. I want to talk to you about this real quick about Dinar Hamlin really quick. Someone brought this up to me yesterday and I thought it was really back in the day when I used to watch football, there would be some really serious injuries. And as I recall, one game, some guy did get paralyzed and wasn't able to walk off the field and never walked again. I think it was Jack Tatum from the Oakland Raiders hit him or something like that. Maybe I'm getting my stories twisted up. But they didn't stop the game. And when I went back and looked at the footage yesterday of them stopping the game, you know what I think? I think when he went down, everyone knew. I want to propose to you that everyone knew and everyone was scared shitless. This wasn't just a dude that went down. Why did they stop and cancel that fucking game? So what? A guy fucking got hurt. It's one of the most violent sports in the world. Got hit in the chest and went down. Take him away and fucking heal him up. Dude, there was something else. People were fucking terrified. Oh shit, that European soccer shit is here. Just think about it a little bit. It's really, imagine being on the field and being a player there. 95% of those players got the jab and one of your homies goes down. And you know, all those black dudes, those black dudes know shit. You know what I mean? They're not sitting around watching fucking CNN brainwash. Black dudes are like checking out social media. They know, something's wrong with the shot.
Yeah, they don't just sit in a bubble and do nothing but play football. Like
he died on the field and they brought him back. Okay. So maybe you're suggesting that it wasn't they were scared of just like the little narratives that were turning in their head like that. I'm proposing that like everyone there was like, oh shit, the shot. And they got terrified. And it was a wave of like fucking terror that fucking overtook all those people palatable on the field.
I think during the Rutgers football player that was paralyzed from the neck down, Eric LeGrand.
What year was that? Was that recently?
No, it was a while back. But he was like it was like actual traumatic impact, and he was paralyzed. But they didn't stop that game. It's back in like 2010.
That's exactly it. Someone they had no idea if he was going to live, and they were like, "Oh fuck, it's happening to us." Yeah. So there was this CrossFit Games in Madison one year, and I was on the field, and Tia won, and all the girls except 2 cried, like in the final event. Like Carrie Pierce and like one other girl didn't cry. Maybe it was like Bethany Shadburn or something. It was the final heat, and everywhere you looked, every fucking chick out there was bawling. And I was a camera operator out there on the field, and I started crying. I don't even know why. It was because I was, they were like giving. It was like I got shock waves of their emotion that overtook me. I don't know, but I don't like to I don't even like to hold a fishing pole. Like when you pull a fish, I don't know if you learn that. I mean, Craig Harrison said it's not natural to kill. I don't like to see a fish out of water. I don't think anyone likes to. I got filled with estrogen, whatever, something. But I'm telling you, there was palatable fear on that field that we can't understand at home. Sevan is doing the equivalent of just the tip. Falling into conspiratorial thinking right now. I'm here for it. I'm just proposing. I don't know if it's conspiratorial. It's a psychological mindset thinking. Your neighbor wins the lotto, and you're like, "Fuck yeah!" He's gonna do fucking $3 million improvements on the house, and it's gonna make my property value go up. That's I'm just thinking. Just thinking. Hey, this is always Bible chatter going on. You should kill your inner bitch. Your period. Here it is. Those girls, like their periods line up, right? Like you get 10 you bitches in a house and your shit lines up, right?
Takes some time, but yeah, I think so.
So you get 10 dudes together and 3 of them want to fight, and the other 7 are like ready to jump in and beat someone too. Just run outside and do it. There's just stuff. I don't know. What do you think, Scott? Where do you think we learned the Bible, dude? Oh, the basics of morality. I mean, I just don't like to see shit die. But hey, you know what though? I don't avoid it. I'm not one of those people that sees a fucking dog on the side of the road dead and doesn't like look at it. I look at it and feel it, and I even think, oh shit, that's someone's dog, and I'll even let a tear fall out if it wants to.
I remember watching a deer run across the street one time.
Yeah.
When I was like super young. This was before like I knew anything about killing or death or whatever. And I watched it run across the street and like in the middle of traffic, and the car just fucking nailed it head on, like just crushed it from like the back hips, and it went flying through the air, probably about 30 feet, like diagonal down the road into the ditch. And I remember just being like, I think I cried for like the next hour. I was like, holy shit, that thing's like dead.
Yeah, I've hit a few birds and I didn't like it. I saw a squirrel get run over once. I didn't like it at all. I think tears came out. Yeah, it's hard. Just seeing something die. How do you think Craig Harrison processed all those fucking? God, I fucked that interview up.
You think so?
Yeah, I did. Well, it's gonna bum me out if I start talking about it. Is this the born of the woke vegan, Sevan? I maybe. I was vegan for a little while. One summer, I only ate fruit that I picked off of trees in the neighborhood. That was fucking hard. Okay, 453, Twitter idiots. Oh, see, yeah, I can see this. My woman and I almost broke up because I ran over a squirrel. Yeah, one time I hit a bird and I was joking. Like I floored it on the freeway, like just joking to hit it, and I fucking hit it. I wasn't even 16 at the time. I was a kid, and I was driving on a freeway, like in Kansas or something, and I fucking hit it and killed it, and I cried. My dad was cool to me. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, so once again, do you think that this Twitter person is a Republican or a Democrat? Like how your team is just fucking up. Like it's like the CrossFit media team or whoever's in charge of getting the right information out to us. At what point do you stop complimenting them and just be like, dude, you guys suck? Interns out. People who slept their way to the top out. DEI hires out. Watch this. This is so fucking weird.
Chairman,
Thank God for Elon.
Were not just about Hunter Biden's laptop. Twitter worked overtime to suppress accurate COVID information. Apparently, the views of a Stanford doctor are disinformation to you people. I, along with many Americans, have long-term effects from COVID. Not only was I a long hauler, but I have effects from the vaccine. It wasn't the first shot, but it was the second shot that I now developed asthma that has never gone away since I had the second shot. I have tremors in my left hand, and I have the occasional heart pain that no doctor can explain. And I've had a battery of tests. I have great regrets about getting the shot because of the health issues that I now have that I don't think are ever going to go away. Where did you go to medical school?
I did not go to medical school.
I'm sorry.
I did not go to medical school.
That's what I thought. Why do you think you or anyone else at Twitter have the medical expertise to censor a doctor's expert opinion?
Our policies regarding COVID were designed to protect individuals. We were seeing
You guys censored Harvard-educated doctors, Stanford-educated doctors, doctors that are educated in the best places in the world, and you silenced those voices. You're not a doctor, right, Ms. Gaddy?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What makes you think you or anyone else at Twitter have the medical expertise to censor actual, accurate CDC data?
I'm not familiar with these particular situations.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. It's not just about the laptop. This is about medical advice that expert doctors were trying to give Americans. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Miss Gaddy. She has nothing to say, but they're such losers. They're such bad people. So once again, I ask you, is that the D team or the R team? Was it the D team that was restricting speech? How at what point are you like, okay, 40 million babies have been aborted since 1970, and it's all because of the D team. This is getting a little weird. At what point are you like, yeah, it's the D team said that they weren't going to take the vaccine if it was made under Trump, but now that he's gone, we're going to take it. At what point, if you're on that team, do you just be like, I can't be on that team anymore? Oh, sorry, 63 million babies since 1970. Imagine that, a pile of babies, 63 million babies. Let's say they're small babies, on average the size of an egg. Well, thank you, Mitchell. I just felt like I could have got so much more out of him. I was fucking such a bitch. Oh, don't get me started. I fucking hated myself all day.
I don't think he wanted to give much up either, though.
What?
Didn't sound like he really wanted to give much up either.
Just get off the D team, guys. I don't care where you go. Had a suffering robin on our front porch the other day. I needed to kill it to end the suffering. Didn't want to. Then Osprey that wounded came back, grabbed it, and saved me. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Jedediah, my three. I went outside my bedroom. That guy's been on the show, right? Jedediah Snelson.
Yes.
I went outside my bedroom door, and my three boys were there. I have a bedroom double doors that open up into the backyard, and I see my three boys out there, and they got a bird in their hand, and they're petting it, right? And it's dead, and its neck's all fucked up, and I'm like, what do you think happened? They're like, oh, it flew into your door. And I looked at the glass and there's a smudge where he hit, right? And then we're just sitting there and I'm sitting on the ground with them, just like in my head, wondering whether they should be holding a bird in their hand and petting it and shit. And they got it close to their face like this. And then all of a sudden, like 2 minutes later, the bird and flew away. So he must have just knocked himself out. But I told my wife and I told Avi that he had magic hands and that he can bring things back to life. And I think to this day he believes it. Because if one of his brothers gets hurt, he'll come over and be like, magic hands, and he'll put the hands on him. It's crazy. I made a little. You guys aren't gonna like this. I made a little Jesus. Some of you aren't gonna like that. Okay, Jedediah Monson. Oh, what am I? Please tell me this is a fucked up name. Please tell me this is a joke name, and I don't get this one. Libby Budak.
No, I think that she's always been in the comments. Libby Budak.
I know, but Barry, my Cockener's always in the comments, and I didn't get that one. I mean, how can that be someone's real name, Libby Budak?
I think it's her real name.
And look at this is code for something too. I fell off the bar. Corey's like, Libby's a real. I'm not saying she's not real. I'm just saying her name is a joke name, right? Like it means something. Like you fell in my ass crack, or it's something. It's some sort of joke name.
I think it's a real name.
Kyle Landis, with what a great positive attitude. Maybe his magic hands could have fixed the weight on the women's bar yesterday. Fair. Okay, so after the show, I'm going to text. I want to say something. I want to text Adrian Bosman and Haley Adams. Yeah. I'm gonna and so here's the thing. I'm gonna ask God to help me write those. Sometimes I do that. Dear God, please give me the wisdom and inspire me to write something meaningful that will help me connect with Adrian and Haley and get them on my podcast for selfish reasons. Thank you. And may the Catholic Church take over planet Earth. I want him to get something too. May your church win the war. Amen. 452. This is crazy. What has happened to golf? So first at the Super Bowl, Rihanna fucking fingers her the man in the boat, and then smells her hand. She gesticulates it, right? She does a presentation of that, and people are like saying it's cool. It's a reenactment of something you see on Pornhub. What's that game when like I do something and then you have to guess what I'm doing, but I'm not allowed to talk?
Oh fuck. Charades.
Yeah, it was like she was doing charade. It was like she was doing charades. Stinky pussy. Kids, can you leave the room? I know we're watching the halftime Super Bowl show. And now look what's happened to fucking golf. Golf is just, I don't know what the fuck is. Thank God. I hope golf dies. Look at golf. This is great. I would be friends with this guy, by the way. This guy's cool as shit. Here we go.
Can you explain what happened at the Waste Management Phoenix Open this year?
I'm assuming you want to get to my taking off my shirt.
Oh, can you pause this?
Is going nuts.
So you couldn't say that to, like, you couldn't be at the women's volleyball event and chant that, take it off.
No way.
So all you motherfuckers that want equity and equality, you cannot shout that at the women's volleyball fucking tournament. Take it off. Take it off. Mom, my mom said that I should be funny more and less cynical. It's like, dude, Mom, this is some funny shit. Oh, this is some of my best shit this morning. I hope she's watching. This is funny. I know she probably doesn't like crass humor. She wishes I was more like Bill Cosby. Well, before he drugged bitches.
Okay. Let's specify.
Okay. Here we go. So the crowd's yelling, take it off to a dude.
Harry Higgs and I are paired together, and we're
Harry
nearly
Higgs?
in last place. And all of a sudden,
That's a joke name for sure.
Jeremy, Rihanna was playing charades, and the answer was not allowed to say that word.
people are like, Harry, take your shirt off. If this goes in, it's coming out.
Good God.
Beer cans are flying. It's loud. And I kind of got caught up in the moment myself. I don't know if I regret it yet, but maybe one of these days I will. And then the tour calls and yells at you. Because you're not supposed to take your shirt off on a golf course, which makes sense.
Oh man! So the tour. Hey, do you think Don called Justin today? Justin. Yeah, Don Fall. Yeah, Whitey. Listen, you fucked up the Open. You hear me? Put the wrong weights on, Mr. Berg. Change your fucking name too. Keep your shirt on. Couldn't you take your shirt off like that guy at the Open? Go to your room. Go fuck one of the DEI hires. I know what you're doing with those 13 of the 17 media girls. Justin. This guy fucking lifts his shirt up and he gets a call from the fucking PGA people. But I guarantee you that someone, not Don, he's a fucking Marine reconnaissance, but I guarantee you some executive there is like, I know you guys tried your hardest. Keep your head up, guys. Everyone gets a fucking a medal today at CrossFit. We all did our best. I would be so amazing as a DEI person. Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm totally for it. Wish you were more like Don Fall. Yeah. Oh, see, there she is. There you go. Okay, this show's over. I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom. How did you find that?
It came up and you were ranting a little bit. It's like a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. Tell my mom how funny I am. My God. Yeah, we talked about Haley. I do want to say something to Haley. I don't know what to say. I really like her. I really like her a lot. She's cool as shit. I love Adrian too. I really like Adrian Bosman. I want to find something. I want to be inspired to say something sincere to them. I just don't know what yet. Yeah, it's this golf thing. I mean the golf is. I mean they're not rubbing their private parts. Now I know my mom's listening. Show's fucked. Everyone just go now. The show's ruined. Look at Sevan is the fool. Don is the king. I know. Trust me. I know. I'm the court jester. Just be you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, great.
Thanks,
that's what
Chris.
someone. Hey, that's what someone said to Jeffrey Epstein. How did that turn out for him?
Well, he's dead now. So.
Hey, that is going to be a funny show when talking Elite Fitness and they talk about the mess up. How they'll be so tactful and I think they'll be try to be mature about it.
You know,
no,
that's
my mom can. Sevi, are you going to tell your mom she needs a picture? No, my mom could do whatever she wants. I'm so I'm 50. I'm still in my mom's. I'll call her and apologize right when we get off. And she'll be like, "You said," and she'll audit shit I said that maybe wasn't true. And I'm like, "Mom, I'm trying to be funny." And then I'll. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your show. I'll leave now. Just say something nice. Be like, "You're the best son. I'm the best son you ever had," or something. How about just that? You can stay. I want you to stay. Now, see that I'm all fucked up. My mom should have been a Jew. Look at that guilt. I'm crying. Oh my goodness. Okay, 451 doesn't have a I don't know what it even is. Oh, did you guys know? You want to hear something crazy? My mom's somehow doing something for the games this year.
Yeah,
if you look at the old people weights or something, my mom. Oh, look at I cannot lie. Fine, I understand. Great. I'm not talking to you anymore. I'll call you after the show. I called my mom yesterday. I'm the kind of son that panics. I called my mom twice in the morning yesterday, and she didn't answer. Went straight to voicemail, and I start to get a little panicky. And then finally, I called her at night. She doesn't even call me back. And I was like, hey, do you think you could teach my sons how to sew? I want to. My mom knows how to work a sewing machine. I was just thinking yesterday, fuck, it'd be awesome. I want to get a sewing machine for them. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is cool. I like this girl. I'm attracted to this kind of woman here.
You know, I remember the days when men used to drink whiskey straight and smoke Marlboro Reds. Now they sip kombucha and cry if they lose their blueberry vape. Welcome to 2023. Fucking pussies. Hey,
Her dad would hate me if she brought me home.
I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Her dad would hate me. Oh, that's a lesbian?
No,
Well, I'm fine with that. I don't know why. Yeah, I like her. Let me see, what other stuff does she do?
Oh, she is.
Do you think she drives? Oh, she is a lesbian?
Gotta be.
I don't know.
well,
I
guys,
think
I guess something this hot don't stay on the shelf too long because I got a girlfriend, baby. I'm dating Jenna Jameson. What the fuck?
No shit. Wow. Let me see. Scroll down a little more. Let me see what else she does. Crochet and knitting. Yeah, my mom. So that's funny. My mom said that they should do knitting. I just feel like knitting is it's too slow. Something happened to this girl, right? She got a story.
Yeah.
I dated this girl one time for like a week who was completely covered in tats. She was kind of like this kind of girl.
Dreads too.
No, but she was pretty wild. And the whole relationship was her telling me she can't believe she's with a guy like me. I knew exactly what she meant.
Short?
No, just a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, no. But thank you. Thank you for offering up a suggestion. Next time, just say what. What did she mean by that? I don't need your fucking suggestion.
All right.
450. So here we go again. Now you have to know this guy Fetterman was running against a Turk, and I'm supposed to hate Turkish people because I'm Armenian and they killed all my people. But I still wouldn't have voted for him because he's a D. You can't vote for Ds.
Douche nozzles?
Yeah. And the reason you can't vote for Ds is they have this whole list of things that's fucked up that hurts women. For starters, hurts kids. It's just the Ds. And I know what you're going to say. Well, there's Republicans who do that and molest and hurt kids too. Yeah, but they're not openly trying to make it. They're trying to push that shit down. They're not openly trying to make it a conducive environment for letting girls get raped in prisons. Is Fetterman rooming with Rosa? Probably. I'm Armenian and I voted for Oz. Yeah. Like at some point you just got to be okay. I'm voting Trump so that kids don't get fucking molested. Like you can't who can't say that? I want to reduce the number of kids that get molested by 1%, 80%. I don't care what the fucking percentage is. I want to reduce the amount of fentanyl coming across the southern border. Just don't no, you did not fucking get 297 reps. Psych as shit. Frony got 277 in 2014.
Royce Dunn. He's saying Royce Dunn.
Oh, he did? Wow. So this guy Fetterman has checked himself into, this guy's a U.S. senator. I think there's only 100 of those guys. They're pretty important. And this guy is, I say this with peace and love. He's a complete, oh, shoot, my mom's listening. He's a tragic character. I got 160. Good job, Heidi. Republicans are not passing legislation to help molest children and kill babies. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, can't that just be enough for you to be like, okay, fine. I don't agree with fracking and cutting down trees somewhere or whatever bullshit you have that you hate the Republicans for, and just let it go and just be like, fine, cut down some trees. Just don't diddle Tommy. I can't. Why? Why can't we do that? 449. And I want you to know I want to be fixed. If you think I'm wrong, tell me. Someone in the comments be like, no, actually, It's just that I think that I'm becoming like, oh, this is insane. Here we go. So remember, once again, do you think that these are D's or R's? How do you think R's would handle this?
The Portland Street Response, $4 million a year, and here's how they're helping the community. In Northwest Portland this week, next to Maclay Park, a street addict embedded himself like a tick in an alcove underneath 3 stories of residences in a condominium community. His daily existence was smoking fentanyl, defecating, leaving it there, and pulling out his dick and staring through the window at a woman across the way who happens to be a rape survivor. After several calls to non-emergency, they finally sent out the Portland Street Response. Dun, 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 dun. Residents were mortified when they heard Portland Street Response ask the man if he would like hot coffee or crackers. She also offered him a cigarette, reached into her fanny pack, and put it in his mouth. She told the exacerbated neighbors that they just needed to give him space. And with that, she wished him a good day. As they were leaving, he threatened the woman he had been watching through the window, telling her 4 times he wished her dead. It was only at that point that Portland Street Response decided to call the police and help the man move from the site. He goes by Popeye, and he's now 10 blocks away with a new tent and new clothes, ready to terrorize someone else. Thanks, Portland Street Response. It's the Portland.
Really?
Bro.
Really? Come on, man. As Joe would say, come on, man. Come on, man. We need to get that. We need to get that like
An audio clip of that.
Yeah, come on, man. How? So that's just a drug addict living. The only part of that reporting I didn't like is when she said he was wedged in there like a tick. Unnecessary. What a bitch. Even if it is true. Jacqueline, Mims, any other mommies out there, D's and R's have a whole different meaning. Well, that's true. Yeah. If you were born as a child, let me ask you this. If you were born a child, let's say you were born a child. Oh, wait, we all were born children. Would you rather have been born to an R or a D?
Republican, an R.
Yeah, right. And why is that? Well, because even if you're a D, you have to say that because they raise their kids. She still votes for a Dem. I know. There you go again. And you're right. That bitch you're right. That's what's crazy. When I'm telling you, I had to be pushed so far before I voted for Trump. I had to be pushed so fucking far. I whispered it into my dad's ear at my house. I voted for Trump. And he walked from my kitchen. He just walked into the backyard.
Do you just scream into the ether?
Nah, I could tell he was not. It was weird. Shit got weird.
I don't think my parents ever told me who they voted for.
Oh, I wonder. That's kind of cool.
They just they never discussed any of that with me.
Like you're not going to see that in fucking where rich people are or where Republicans are. What you just saw right there. I don't know if you guys are following the story with Nikki Rodriguez and Gordon Ryan. They're both jiu-jitsu practitioners. Gordon Ryan's kind of like the top of the food chain. Not kind of. He is the top of the food chain. And he used to train with this guy named Nikki Rodriguez, who's been on this show, I want to say 3 times, and his brother's been on the show. And I really like Nikki Rod. I've never met Gordon Ryan. And so Nikki Rod was in Gordon Ryan is notorious for going to war with people on social media, and he is really, really good at it. And so, oh look, did you see who posted on that? Chris Willix. That's the guy whose podcast we played in the beginning. That guy knows that there's a story here, so he's starting to be seen here, and you can probably try to get these dudes on this podcast. Smart move. And So basically, and then you guys know there was a guy, the more plates, more dates guy, who outed Liver King being on steroids. And this guy in this video, his name is Zach T-Lander. Zach T-Lander, he helped edit that piece that outed the Liver King. Anyway, so now Gordon and Nikki Rodriguez are going at it, accusing each other of doing steroids. And Gordon is like, basically like, yeah, I do a shitload of steroids. I don't lie about it. And it's the truth. He never has lied about it. And he says, I'm a winner and I want to win, blah, 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 blah. And Nikki Rod's like, hey, I'm completely natural. And in our last meet a few months ago, I fucking broke your foot. Quit being a pussy. Anyway, so I'm probably going to start showing more and more clips from this altercation between them. Just it's a fun drama to follow, but here we go.
More dates. Hey, you know who Nicky Rod is? Said he's a rival of Gordon Ryan, getting a Merrick Health impromptu blood test tomorrow in Austin, Texas. And SEMA posted a clip of Nicky Rodriguez basically saying that it's a really understated thing that Gordon Ryan does steroids. Gordon has come back going after Nicky Rodriguez. On one of Gordon's posts, Derek commented, Merrick Health will cover an impromptu blood test, Nicky Rod, if you're in. And I'm just going to be there to film the thing. How you doing? You good?
I'm good. How about you, man?
A little snug on that arm.
I'm good to go.
Anything to say to Gordon?
To Gordon? No, but I have something to say to Derek. Dude, thanks for letting me do this, prove my natty status on your platform, and just like a physique check. Hold this real quick. Right.
Derek.
Yeah, here we go. I want you to know ahead of time so you jackholes don't get upset at me later. If for some reason I find out that Nicky Rodriguez is on steroids, I don't care. I don't care if he is. I don't care if he isn't. I don't care if he's telling the truth. I don't care if he's not. Other than I just like following the story. That's it. That's their own personal thing, and I'm just enjoying it. Same way I enjoyed the weights being put on wrong at the CrossFit Games. I don't think I can say that to Adrian, right? Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I really enjoyed the fact that the girls did the wrong weights. God, that's the thing. I want to say something honest to him and sincere, but it has to be I can't be a douche nozzle. 447. Oh, how about this name? Justin Harden. Justin Harden. He started a podcast called The Lift Companion. Give that a shout out. Give what a shout out? Who started that? Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, so here we go. This is the kid we already spoke about. Canadian high school student arrested at school for saying there are only two genders. Well, well, it is a lie. There's infinite genders, but he shouldn't have been arrested for it. Uh, 446. I'm curious. I don't even remember what this is. I think I have to go. Darn it. Are you guys having fun? Oh my goodness, this is great. So here's the thing. With all the incompetence going on at CrossFit HQ, and I mean incompetence with the most kindest, peaceful love embrace. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry that your 13 of 17 female hires wasn't able to pull off an event without completely fucking it up in every nook and cranny. I wonder what they did do successfully. I guess Chase didn't, and Sean did a good job.
It's good announcing for sure.
Camera angles were good. Workout was cool.
Got to see the whole thing.
Got good superstars there. But anyway, with all the fucking jackasses who work there, look at this. This is from Peak Fitness CrossFit. At Peak Fitness CrossFit, we don't just leave you to your own devices. Once you're part of the family, we check in every 3 months to make sure we're making progress and keep things moving in the right direction. See how they said we? In CrossFit, everything we do is measurable. It's how we can track our success, whether it's getting stronger or lifts or more reps or gymnastics or faster in workouts. Everything is tracked and measured. And one of our goals is a change in body composition, be it lose weight, reduce body fat, tone up, build muscle. We'll track that too. That way we can accurately measure your success and keep you on your journey year after year. Here it is. Ready for this, guys? Lorraine wanted to do just that, and in her first 3 months with us has seen some great progress. In fitness, the movement she is now able to do, her mobility has massive improvements, as well as her body composition. After 12 weeks check-in, she has a huge 18-pound loss and changed some of her measurements. The biggest change this has made to her life, you ready? She is no longer a type 2 diabetic. I would be willing to throw the games in the garbage. Like this. To cure the world of type 2 diabetes. We get every single person in the world. Sevan, why can't we have both? We can. I'm just saying, even with the shit show that is the fucking CrossFit Games right now, can you scroll down? This gym right here. Where is this gym? North Ayrshire. What's the name of the gym again? Peak. Scroll down. Just Peak something.
Peak Fitness CrossFit.
Peak Fitness CrossFit. Derry, North Ayrshire. Is that in the UK? Where is that? Is that in the United States?
Scotland.
Is it Scotland?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Go cure yourself. Go tell someone today that you know that has type 2 diabetes to get into an affiliate. Just do it. Who gives a fuck if they get upset? Scotland, thank you. Oh, look at this name. I win. Booyah. Eating my ass. Yeah. I guarantee you if my mom's listening, she even laughed at that. Eating my ass. Mom, come over and look at the screen. That is good. And I caught it.
I'm so proud of you, Sevan.
Thank you. Jim Cleese, Sevi, if you saw her walking around Disneyland, her picture would have been on the Disneyland podcast, convinced to stop judging people by how they look at. Ooh. No. But that hurt. But that got me. That hurt. Fair.
That's good, Jim.
Oh. What do you mean judging by the way they look? I still let me tell you something. That chick, if that chick doesn't stop, if she doesn't keep going down the same path she is, that type 2 diabetes is coming back. But that hurt. You're a good dude. Jay Hartle, I started CrossFit from watching the games and have been coaching since 2014. Yeah, great. Yeah, and here's the truth too. How about this? It doesn't matter if you did the wrong weights in the workout. The effectiveness of that workout to help cure you of type 2 diabetes and to get community support and love and to improve your fitness and just be a better person overall does not matter regardless of the weights that were on there. And that's another difference about the games, right? They advertise Snicker bars. No fucking affiliate should be doing that or probably would ever do that. And it wouldn't matter if you put the wrong weights in your affiliate. Who gives a shit, right? Yeah. And if the games can get you to that point, kudos, right? What will it take for CrossFit to pay for an ad or commercial during sporting events? Eating my ass. Damn, y'all are still going. Hello from 30,000 feet over Spain. Oh, shit. Chase is on his way home. Safe travels, buddy. Okay, Chase, how did you not notice the weights were wrong? Tell us. Did you notice and you just couldn't say anything? Tell us, Chase. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as none of it matters. It's just me being a dickhead. None of it matters. I want to congratulate Don Fall, training department, all the affiliates out there, Gary Gaines. Amazing job at continuing the stories, supporting a community that's curing people of type 2 diabetes. Who gives a shit if they use the wrong weights? That story trumps it with that lady those people in that, and think of all the people in that community who witnessed that journey that she went on. It's awesome.
It's really cool.
445. What's going on here? Ouch. What's going on here? If I want to read it exactly from my notes. Oh, dude. So Okay. Play this like 5. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so maybe play this 4 or 5 times and then stop it, and then I have a question for you, Mr. Beaver. Study it. Don't just enjoy it. Study it.
Damn!
Okay, so pause that. So there's a guy saying she's gonna fall again.
Yeah.
So she's already fallen once. Do you think there's someone in that car she's mad at? Or like what narrative? Like when I see that, I'm like, oh shit, that's like her boyfriend's in that car and she's pissed at him and she's running at the car. Or I can't tell what's going on here. Do you have a story that you see that's going on here?
Yeah, I guess. I wonder if sometimes I see videos of people just running through or like running through the street, like trying to like chase after a car, like beat on it.
Yeah.
And then that car like drives away a little bit and then they get out of the car and then they like start yelling at each other and then they get back in the car, they start driving off again. I wonder if that's what happened. Like the first time.
Look at Chase is chiming in. They do that to get a settlement.
Yeah. I think
play it one more time. I mean, she's a professional faller. Wow. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I've seen people trip on flat ground before like that. I've seen people do it. It's not like, and they're doing it on accident.
Hey, if you that guy Romanov, the Russian running expert, like basically he says you can only run as fast as you can lean forward and catch yourself, and that there's a certain angle that's the maximum you can lean over. That basically she crosses that point, that pose position. Bob says she's a professional faller too. No shit, her. Okay, let me see this again.
Damn!
Oh, are you kidding me? You think that's wouldn't she be wearing pants and she would have different gear if she's a professional faller? Oh, dude, does her hand go under the wheel in the back? Oh, God, dude.
It does.
Oh, God, dude. Here's the thing. Here's what I think. I think her tits are just so fucking big and she's leaned over so far that there becomes some sort of physics experiment. It's a failed physics experiment.
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah, the banner of Chandler is dope. I've seen drunk people fall further trying to get a flip flop back on the foot. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty remarkable. I saw a comment up there. That's what you should say to Adrian. Yeah, that's interesting. Hey, Adrian, don't worry. People are still getting cured of type 2 diabetes. Okay. Excuse me. Haley, how much more time do I have? Okay. So 10 more minutes. I have to leave. Okay. Are you good with time, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. No, because I gotta get dressed and I at least want to put shoes on, maybe drink a glass of water, blow my nose, some shit like that. Some basic hygiene. I can't believe Chase gets to watch this in the airplane.
International flights. He must not be flying Lufthansa. That's what we.
No, I don't think that Castro is answering Hiller, but it is a really weird situation.
I don't know.
Sevan is whipped by his mother and his wife. I cannot confirm or deny. I'm taking care of, that's for sure. I mean, I'm taking care. I'm like a little kid. I'm like a big little kid. Like all my 401k stuff and all that stuff. Like I never look at any of my bank statements. I just put all those envelopes, either give them to my wife or to my mom still. Like some of my mom's mail comes to my house, and before she moved to Santa Cruz where I live, and there's this spot in my house where I put all her mail. But if I get stuff like from Vanguard or like any like mutual fund companies, I don't even open it. I just stick it and let my mom do it. Anyway, it's the truth. I just want to do podcasts and play with my kids. Someone else to work out. Okay, 444. Caleb's close to his family too. I bet you he's got some of that shit going on with his mom.
Yeah, especially my in-laws too. They're really helpful.
And he was in the military. He's supposed to like be like a real man and shit. He had to do like boot camp, get yelled at.
Well, when you grow up in the same circle of 4 people for a long time, you just kind of rely on them and nobody else.
No shit. When I bought my brand new Sienna, it's the only brand new car I ever had, except one my mom bought me when I was in high school. But I took my mom with me to the Toyota dealership.
Oh yeah.
I put the car in her name and everything. I just sat there as a 45-year-old man. I was like, my mom got this. Oh,
I did the same thing when my Volvo got totaled.
Just take your mom to the dealership.
Oh yeah, dude.
Let's go, Mom. Okay, fair enough. Air Force doesn't count unless you're a PJ. All right.
Okay, eat a dick, Jay Hartle.
There you go. Sevan, really interesting article today in the Wall Street Journal today about California eliminating honors English classes in high school because minorities are not represented. Did y'all see that? Yeah, so there's this weird thing that they're doing now all over. It's same with gun laws. They're repealing gun laws and all this stuff if it disproportionately affects black people or minorities, which is funny because then they're conflating the issue. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that there's a gun law that disproportionately affects black people, even though they disproportionately use guns? And I'm so sorry for saying that because it has nothing to do with being black. I feel like I need to say that every time. And so they repeal the law. The law was working just fine. And they're doing the same thing with the schools. Once again, like no Republican would do that. A Republican would fucking put more money into the fucking school or hire a tutor for those kids. You don't dumb everything down to help the black kids or to help the Mexican kids. And you know what's so crazy? 5 years ago, if you would have said that, that would have been considered racist. And now the Democrats are just openly like, yep, black people are dumber, so we're going to get rid of that program. Like, what the fuck is going? Wait, how are you still voting D? It's okay. Let them frack. I swear to God, let them frack. Okay, 444. This is if you know anyone who is a Democrat, please have them watch this. This guy has fucking dreads and he knows. This is just the most bizarre story yet. Here we go.
Good evening. Wow, here we are trying to figure out what a woman is. It's such a strange time to be alive. So on social media, if you haven't seen today, there is a video kind of going viral. There is this alleged woman that is masturbating in a women's bathroom. So let me clarify. Sorry. This woman has a penis and she is stroking it in a woman's bathroom. And there's a woman here. If you haven't seen it, guys, it's on Twitter. There's a woman here washing her hands. So if you can make sense of this for me, would you be okay with this? Would you be okay with a man?
Is anyone okay with that? And you have to know this. You have to understand this. Like, Caleb had a dude jacking off in a bed below him. Caleb, did you report that guy to any military HR or anything like that? No, because we don't do that. Because we have a certain understanding about each other as men. Just like none of us would be shocked if at an airport we found out that every hour 2 guys jack off in a public restroom at an airport. Like us dudes are not like, oh my God, I'm so shocked by that. It's just dude shit. It sucks. I wish it didn't happen, but no one's like, if you're, I guarantee you that there's some man masturbating in the international airport in Chicago O'Hare 24 hours a day, at least one guy in those 75 bathrooms there. It's what fucking dudes do. You cannot leave them fucking alone with their penis. How the so in yesterday, Caleb told us about the guy jerking off in the bed below him in the military. You get that, right? Like everyone knows that. Does anyone want to fight back on that? Okay, let's go on. So once we know that we're dealing with this fucking man creature thing, you have to accept some certain things with it. It throws rocks, it likes women, and it can't be left alone with its penis. Okay, action.
And dressed as a woman, masturbating in the mirror at in a bathroom, in a women's bathroom, and call that man a woman? Because this is where we are right now. We, as people, are starting to recognize you are falling for a ploy within political correctness, and we are urging you to stand for truth. Because if you don't, my children, our children are subject to your failure. I have an 8-year-old. If this woman was my 8-year-old, if by chance my 8-year-old went into this restroom while I was patiently waiting outside for her, and there's a grown man stroking his penis.
Pause. There it is. What do you do? Your 8-year-old daughter comes out of the bathroom and she says, there's a dude in there stroking his penis. Your 8-year-old daughter, dude.
Somebody's dead.
What has happened? Am I a prude? Am I a prude? Tell me. Let me know. 8-year-old girls using the bathroom at the movie theater, and there's a guy in there masturbating.
I think there's even a law like I think this, like in general, you can't masturbate in public.
And I want to tell you that you can or can't.
Cannot. You cannot
Like, okay, yeah, Kayla, yeah. So once again, do you think that Republicans are more tolerant of this or Democrats? I'm not saying those are the only two choices. I'm just saying, does anyone have any question? Not only are Democrats tolerant of that, they support that. They have it wrapped up in some sort of we're closed-minded and not accepting their hardships. Dude, do you know how hard it is to fucking walk around all day with the penis and stay focused on the task at hand? Here we go. A gym class, put its penis in a vice, give it a knife, light the room on fire. Now it has choice. This is the guy that doesn't want me to judge obese people at Disneyland. See, hey, I don't, I can't convict anything that happens. I can't anything that happened to that man who was masturbating in the girl's bathroom that an 8-year-old girl saw. I can't, whatever's like the parent did to him, I have to let them off the hook. I don't care what it is. I have no, I cannot lie. My wife would hate me if I told you what I was really thinking right now. So I'm not going to say it, but, you can't have that. And once again, you have to understand it's not just that the Democrats are tolerant of this; they support this behavior. They encourage this behavior. They have in this fake kindness and compassion. They have this sympathy to push this forward. It's at the cost of rest of society, at the cost of someone's 8-year-old daughter. It's nuts. Jailed, yes, but here's the problem. Well, we'll get to that too. Anyway, that's woke, by the way. That's a manifestation of the woke mindset. We cannot allow that to be acceptable. I know. And to be honest with you, I'm so glad I don't have girls because of that. Because that would put my life in jeopardy. I may be a pussy, but that would cure me. That'd give me momentary cure for my pussiness. Okay. Speaking of pussies. 443. Oh, here, wait, hold on. In 2006, a guy exposed himself to me in the hospital parking lot. He was later arrested for rape. Back then, you got in trouble for that. They were looking for him for the exposure, which led to worse. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm concerned about. The parent could go in the bathroom to confront this mental person, and he would go to jail. That's where we are. Yeah. How about give him a sidewalk smiley? There, I said it. That would be my go-to move for that guy. Speaking of just complete idiots, this is so fun. Enjoy this. This is CNN. You have to understand that these are fake. These are all women haters here. Everyone here hates women. What do I mean by that? They all wish to oppress women. These are all people that support men and women's sports. Another thing that Democrats support, encourage. These are all on so many. These people are all pro-choicers like myself. They all have, but they're in denial. I at least acknowledge that it's baby killing. These are all deniers. These people think it's a woman's health issue. These are all curb stomp in effect. Yeah, I mean This is going to blow you away. And what's crazy is it's fun to see these, and this is the woke crew. They live this crazy lie, but watch this shithole. Did you notice Don Lemon's reinvented himself, gayer than ever? Which is fine. But now, like 3 years ago, he wasn't flamboyant, and now he's going for flamboyant. Okay, action. Watch this shit. Enjoy this.
Talk about age makes me uncomfortable. I think it's a wrong road to go down. She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait,
that's not according to me.
prime for what?
It depends. I mean, it's just like prime. If you look it up, if you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s. I don't necessarily.
40s. Oh, I got another.
I'm not saying
decade.
I agree with that. So I think she has to be careful about saying that politicians aren't in their prime.
You need to qualify. Are you talking about prime for like childbearing, or are you talking about prime for being president?
What the facts are. Google it. Everybody at home. When is a woman in her prime? It says 20s, 30s, and 40s. And I'm just saying Nikki Haley should be careful about saying that politicians are not in their prime and they need to be in their prime when they serve, because she wouldn't be in her prime according to
Google
or whatever it is. This whole talk about age.
Hey, the thing is first of all, I'll tell you when a girl's in her prime. A girl's in her prime when she finds me attractive. It's so crazy. It's so crazy because this is a subject. I mean, this has got to be some taboo shit for the left to talk about, right? Can we Google that women? When are women in their prime? I just love the fact that they got stuck talking about shit that's like politically incorrect. It's so great. Oh my goodness! Because in their world, a woman is perfect. Whether it's a man who's turned into a woman, anything that calls itself a woman, the left is just like a woman is perfect from the second that they're born to the second that they die. There's no, like, you can't even talk about women. Having a baby after, what age is a woman prime? A woman's peak reproductive years are between the late teens and late 20s. By age 30, fertility, the ability to get pregnant, starts to decline. This decline happens faster once you reach out your mid 30s. By 45, fertility has declined so much that getting pregnant is naturally unlikely. Hey, that seems like a good time for a lady to become a politician. By the way, you shouldn't be allowed to run for office unless you have kids. There, I said it. What is a woman? Yeah, how about we fucking start there, Dawn? Great call, Bruce. How about we start there? You jackasses don't even know what a woman is. It's awesome. Yeah, how can you be one of those D's? Okay, one more. 442. I'm starting to realize it's because Republicans just have different values. They weren't slave owners. They just have different values. And you know what's crazy is they're normal human values that even all the Democrats have. They're just that's why the Democrats are so miserable. Like if you did I think there are some actual studies you can look up, like the number of people who go to see psychiatrists or who are on meds or antidepressants. Like there's this huge disparity between the political parties. Okay. Okay. Oh, Matt Burns. Sevan, remember, men age like fine wine, women age like milk. All right. Okay, here we go. This is great.
How many people so far have been transferred to this female prison?
Approximately 40.
And how many people have gone from the female to the male prison?
0.
And how many more are they
There are 287 pending applications.
to go from the male prison to female prison?
33.8% of that 287 are registered sex offenders, meaning this is not their first offense or a sex crime.
So you think some of these people are doing this on purpose, come to the female prison?
Yes, with bad intentions.
Do you think this number will grow over the next few years as more people find out that they can have this option to go into the female prison?
Absolutely. There are very few reasons why someone wouldn't want to take advantage of that. To be forcefully housed with a serial rapist is extremely callous and abusive. What it's done is provided the same privileges, the same opportunities to predator and victim. So no one is safe, just made the victim pool bigger.
So how many people so far?
Okay, so here, I'm going to give it to you guys. You ready? 0 women. I think this is California. 0 women in California have asked to be put in the male prison. but 327 men have been asked to be put in the women's prison, and so far 40 of them have been put in there. And of those 40, 33% are sexual offenders. What? How, what? Guys, stop voting D. Why are you doing that to women? They hate women. Hey, dude, what's crazy is this thing. If I don't know how many female prisoners there are in California. Let's say there's 100,000. I wonder how many female prisons there are. Let's say there's 40 female prisons in California, and you have one of these fucking sexual predators in each one just fucking tormenting these women. It's like a fucking movie. It's like a fucking crazy horror porn movie. It's fucking 29 facilities. That's more than one fucking dude per facility. Oh, Nelly. It's never been better. Okay, last one. Okay, one more. This one's good. This one's fun. Oh, darn it. The next one was the porn sniffing dog just died. There was a dog that could sniff. We'll start with that tomorrow, maybe. Okay, 441. How do you support Hollywood? Please, let's just stop supporting anything in Hollywood or the schools. Just stop. Here we go. This is nuts. Patrick Bet-David, former guest on the show.
Hollywood, you think votes Democrat?
90%.
It's exactly 90-10. What percentage of professors in universities are Democrat to Republican?
90 Democrat.
I would say more than
that. For every one conservative, how many Democrats are there?
13.
12.
12?
It's 1 to 12. It used to be, it's 1 to 12, 1 to 13.
So you're talking 94%.
Exactly. So 1 to 12 is, that's a full-on monopoly. All these people are worried about monopoly. There's no bigger monopoly than this one.
Yeah.
But watch this one here. So when you think about Gen Z, who do they spend the most time with? English teachers. What percentage of English teachers are Democrats? English teachers in K through 12.
99%.
97%. What percentage of health teachers are Democrats? Health teachers in school. Health and guidance.
I'm going to say 95.
99%.
Dude. I love you guys. Great show. See you guys tomorrow morning. I'm headed off to the skate park. Mr. Beaver, you're the man like always. Thank you, everyone. The shows are really getting big, and I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I'm tickled. I should get him back on. Souza is working at Greg's house this morning on the Broken Science Project. It's going to be a big weekend. Hopefully I can get some pictures and show you guys the next couple days. And I will say goodbye and yes to homeschool. Fuck the NBA, fuck the NFL, fuck Hollywood movies. Definitely no to Disney, and pull your kids